Hi, I'm Colby, and I'm a New York City-based celebrity makeup artist. I would describe my style as creative, dimensional, and sophisticated.
Hi, I'm Laramie, and I'm a New York City-based makeup artist. My style is edgy, playful, and colorful.
Hi, I'm Jha, and I'm a makeup artist. I would describe my style as a little bit off-centered, definitely experimental, and tons of texture in my work.
You have 1 hour
To create a look inspired by the following image.
Ooh, the original face painter himself, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Your looks will be photographed in an editorial photo shoot. How are you? I'm Colby.
Good, I'm Aurora.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
You look great.
Thanks.
This is gonna be perfect for you, but we have 1 hour. Let's get started. So the first thing I love to do is just obviously prep the canvas. Get it? I like to prep the skin.
I'm gonna use my favorite moisturizer and really work it into Aurora's skin. If you kind of skip this step or you just slap on the moisturizer, then a lot of times the makeup will look like it's sitting on the skin.
Right now I'm just using a moisturizer. This one's great. It has a little tiger grass to it. And then this is how you win a model over. You give her a nice face massage, and she'll be nice to you all day.
We are going to do very minimal skincare today because I am doing a very textured look. So I'm trying to get away with just using toner and a beauty oil.
I love to start makeup with the eyes. I like to place, look up, a little eye mask under there. So you get to prep the under eye, but then also have a shield when you start doing darker eyeshadows. It doesn't fall below your eye.
For this look that's inspired by the Mona Lisa, I'm gonna take a really organic and kind of abstract approach to it. I'm looking at the image of the Mona Lisa and I'm seeing what tones and colors come through that, and then I'm recreating that on Aurora's face with a little bit of artistic license.
You don't necessarily think of makeup when you see Mona Lisa. She's not really wearing any makeup, but she has a beautifully sculpted, chiseled face that obviously the depth and dimension was there. So I'm gonna kind of recreate the depth and dimension via eyeshadow.
The whole idea behind my look was that there's a bunch of conspiracy theories with regards to the Mona Lisa. Was she royalty? Was she the wife of a silk merchant? Was it a self-portrait of Da Vinci? So I want every texture to symbolize every conspiracy theory ever.
The next step that I'm gonna do is add a layer of primer before I add the grease paint. So I don't want to put the paint directly onto Aurora's skin because sometimes the pink and red pigments will leave a stain.
This is definitely a heavy makeup application. I do a lot of face and body paint. Because we only have an hour, I'm not too concerned with proper blending.
I like to start with the eye usually, so I like to just get all the dirty work done first and then go in and perfect the skin.
I'm gonna start by using the lightest color and kind of going on the highlights of the face. And for this look that I'm doing, I'm really just taking a sort of creative approach. I'm not being too specific. I just kind of want to get the makeup on the face.
So obviously this is not her skin tone, but I really want to lighten her features because it provides maximum contrast for when I do my contour. If you notice the Mona Lisa, she has a very heavily contoured face. Da Vinci might have been the original king of contour, not Makeup by Mario. I'm covering the brows with foundation. I want to block out the brows because Mona Lisa didn't really have brows to begin with.
So Mona Lisa has no brows. She's famous for that. And I think for Aurora, I'm gonna just blend out the brows with paint to erase them as well.
You can see we're really starting to sculpt out the eyeball itself.
I'm actually using a male contouring technique, which makes the face more angular. I'm not worried about time. Are you guys worried about time?
I mean, normally with these under eye masks, I would do this in a face mask and leave you for 10 minutes. But since we only have an hour, we gotta multitask. So I want the green to pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a brighter one and just kind of mix it on in with that smoky olivey tone we have. You are so pretty.
You're so pretty.
Oh, thanks. You want to do my makeup next?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times people take makeup really seriously, and I think that it can be more whimsical. It should be fun.
Okay, now on to the fun stuff. Now let's create some texture.
So we have 30 minutes left, and I'm feeling great on time.
I will use these 3 tools. So we have a steel spatula, a brow spoolie, and a fan brush. So the reason why I'm alternating the cream and the clay is so that we can see them in various stages of drying, which will create a point of interest in the final photo. Where I'm putting the clay is just where my heart tells me to. This is gonna be the highlight for the look.
Obviously in the photo everything was matte, since I don't think they used glitter back then when they were painting. But I'm gonna use a little bit of a shimmer just to kind of pop the eyelid a little bit more, make it a little bit more modern. Let's take these guys off. I'm repeating what we did on the top, but now on the underneath. So I'm using those connecting colors, those blending colors, people call them best friend colors. When you want to transition into something, a best friend color, you call it, is like your transition.
In a painting, there's usually one light source. So for Aurora, I'm thinking if the light is coming this way, then we're gonna create shadows on this side and a little bit more light on that side. So far, I'm loving these colors and how it's coming together.
When I do concealer, I like to place it where you need it. So right here on the inner corner is where most people have a little discoloration. If you kind of bring this part forward, this part around the eye is usually a normal skin color, so you might not need to conceal that at all, because it might be the exact color you need it to be. So we're gonna play with light and dark and depth. So if I take a lighter color on the inner corner, it's gonna kind of pop that forward to make it look like a nice smoother surface.
So the way I learned how to do this was one year I was watching Gilmore Girls, and they were doing Festival of Living Art, where the townspeople were the actual models in recreating old paintings. The way that they put the makeup on their face was to make it look like it was a flat image.
This is just a teal eyeshadow. I make a habit of photographing all of the concepts through my phone because the camera picks up different colors than what our eyes could see. After I saw it on my camera, I saw really the teals pop out. There were some sepia tones, a lot of reds, especially in the river that runs through in the landscape.
When it comes to skin for me, I like very little, and then I'll go in and, focus on key areas if you need a little bit more coverage. I like to do skin last. Eyes don't really move once they're on, but skin does.
So I know that time is running out a little bit, so now I'm gonna start to make sure that none of Aurora's skin is showing through, or if it is, it's intentional. So one of the things I like to do when I'm doing a makeup is take a picture with my phone to see how it's reading on a flat screen. And I can see, okay, I want a little bit more brightness up there. I want this under eye to not be so dark. I want to highlight the lip a little bit more as if the light source is shining on it. And I also want to lighten up that side of her neck.
Okay, we have 15 minutes left. I'm gonna move on to the headpiece. Oh, she knows a wig cap. Okay, my love. So for the headpiece, I have 3 pieces that I'm gonna be adding on. So the first one I'm gonna add is this wire form mesh. I kind of want to mimic the curly hair that she had. And she had like a very translucent veil. So this is a twofer. The next one I'm gonna add onto the headpiece is this piece of applique. I will be gluing them down with a prosthetic glue.
I'm gonna sculpt the face now, just to give a little bit of shape. So if a celebrity came to me and the palette was in the same world, this would be a very red carpet ready type look using the palette of the Mona Lisa. When I place blush, I like to go a little further back, just to kind of deepen that contour as if the light's coming from the center.
I'm really using inspiration from the Mona Lisa here from the color palette that Da Vinci used. So it's a lot of neutrals and tonals, but there's a really big impact behind it.
take a bit of the blush and kind of place it right in the under eye, just to warm it up and give you that kind of all over tonal idea. So see how it's kind of bringing the cheek back up into the eye? My favorite part about doing makeup is obviously the artistic aspect. I love to color and draw, but then also making someone feel great and expensive, then you know you've done your job right.
We're now at our last 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna put the headpiece very quickly because our glue has dried down. So the last thing I'm gonna do is curl her lashes and do some chunky mascara.
Let's give her some life with a little mascara. 5 minutes, baby. Lip, I'm gonna go very natural nude. Brows, let's give them a little brush, see where we're at.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, makeup down.
Ooh!
Yeah?
I love the green.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Mr. Kim.
Gorgeous, that's amazing. That's gorgeous.
Can you cross your arm over? This.
That's gorgeous. The shape's amazing.
Great.
Stoked, man.
Yes, we did it.
Right here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's sick.
The eyes on Colby's work are so beautiful. Like there's so much depth to them.
I mean, for my inspiration, I pulled like the Pantone color palette of herself. So it gave me those like olive greens, the like yellows, the golds, those like kind of tobacco colors.
Colby, I want to know your skin tricks.
No skin, less is more. No need for heavy foundation. She had beautiful skin, so she's wearing like a tint all over, which is the
Wow.
spot concealer.
Yes, she's feeling herself there. She's like, I'm ready.
Job done.
It's really wild how different her face shape looks in each photo.
That is so true. Like Laramie's, I feel emotional looking at your work.
Thank you. This image, we chose it because there was like a sort of like sadness or some like emotive behind it, which I feel like is captured a lot in paintings and doesn't always happen in a photograph or in a different way in a photograph.
Yeah, the eye contact is important.
Right.
Photo, you feel it.
Yes. And I like how you did like the darker tones on the side where she's exposed to the camera.
Yeah.
I love that we all chose the same shoulder in. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, give me a
That
little
must be her
shoulder.
good
Kiss your
side.
shoulder.
What did you use to apply the paint onto the face?
I used a spoolie, a spatula, I call it a spatule,
A spatula.
a brush, and the Mac fan brush, the really tiny one, yeah.
Game changer.
So pretty. I love the colors that she
Me too.
chose. Like
thank
that
you.
teal is so pretty.
The model's face really helped because she had an angular face, which is usually what we love in body art. It worked out.
And you bronzed the nose tip?
Yes.
Or it's gold? That looks so cool.
Yeah, what you did with her eyes, they're just huge. It looks insane. I love this so much.
These are so beautiful.
It's so cool to just see each person's brain. I think the one thing I want people to take away from our looks is the 3 different styles of makeup we do. You do body painting, you do so much artistic drawing on a person, and then I do so much like just real people makeup.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the style of makeup we do.
Absolutely.